talking about?
We're talking about emergency shelter for people that need shelter. That's what we're talking about. So that's what we're doing here. And each of these has this design is an evolution of design. Built quite a few over the years, and worked out some of the bugs. You got that going there? Worked out some of the bugs. And got some input from people that actually use these things.
Okay.
And this is the result of that. So this is the basic structure without a roof on it. These are the roof sections over here. And that'll protect it from the weather, both the rain and the sun, the heat.
So these look like particle board.
They're OSB.
Construction.
Yeah.
Oriented strand board, yeah.
What's that?
Oriented strand board.
Okay.
And it's just kind of a cheap material, and it holds up to the weather on a vertical surface fairly well. Not so much on a flat surface, but like I said, it's going to have an overhang on the roof.
Can we show them the roof really quick?
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of material do you use for the roof then? It looks like
the roof is simply a heavy-duty tarp that gets stretched over a wooden frame.
okay.
So it's renewable, lightweight, saves a lot of weight. Otherwise, that's a big
So it looks like you have a particle board ceiling, but you put like some waterproof tarp over it.
Yes, yeah. So this rides on these tapered pieces. A little flaw in the design here.
For this one, yeah, different ones go for different ones.
Yeah.
But
So it doesn't quite match up to the
on this particular one, it'll match up on one of the other ones.
All right.
So that's what it looks like there, and then it's got a tarp that fits over the top of it, and it's got an overhang all the way around.
So
They're waterproof.
There's a tension tarp through here, so that makes it lightweight and also makes it shed water.
Yes. And yeah, it's strapped on with bungee cords that wrap around through the grommets. And that's interesting how that happened. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, then
I think it's supposed to go the other way.
maybe.
Yeah.
And then this design has a door on either side in case one of the doors gets blocked. You have
Another escape route.
Another
So you
escape
get
route.
2 hatches.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it also has a key to lock it, but it looks like this is taped off here right
I
now.
just
Oh,
did
you
that to the
So it's got a locking key, so you can get in there
Yeah.
and latch it shut. The other door is kitty corner from this one for cross ventilation. If you really want to ventilate this thing out.
So it gets real hot in the summer. You can.
Yeah.
You can just open it up. Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
you can open it up all the way through.
Use it to catch the breezes with this.
Right.
Yeah. Or
And
block
then-
the breeze.
Good.
And then this thing here, you'll see there's this little slit that goes all the way around. You notice that there are no windows, right?
So you can look out when you're
But
inside.
you can look out 360 degrees all the way around this thing through this little slit. But people can't really see into it. It's harder to see in, but easy to see out. It's got a bug screen on it to keep the bugs out.
The Magnite lining shit.
And then it also has, we're storing this in here for some reason. Then what else does it have? It'll be insulated with the bubble foil insulation to help keep it warm and also
That will insulate the entire inside.
Yes, the inside, except for the bottom. Now the bottom, this is an evolution of design. We didn't have this in the other shelters. This has total storage underneath the bed, so lots of storage.
Storage in the floor.
And another thing that it has is a candle-powered heater. So it's got a heater
That's cool.
that uses a candle, and you can adjust the temperature and the light by turning these two candles. It's also screwed down to the top here so that it can't be tipped over. You can't tip the candle out of it, so it's pretty safe.
Okay. And there'll be like a paraffin candle in there.
Yes. Yep. And then it's got these tubes down below go all the way through the floor, and they ventilate. They allow cross ventilation from low to high.
Okay.
And
vertical ventilation.
I have actually tested this thoroughly for ventilation using a carbon dioxide meter and carbon monoxide detector. So
Okay.
I know that it's safe. I know that
So no one will asphyxiate from the
yes,
candle.
it's exactly. It's the OSHA requirements for carbon dioxide level are 5,000 parts per million, I believe, and this comes in at 2,000 parts per million. So this is well under the OSHA standards for workplace ventilation.
Okay.
And yeah, and I think that's about it. It's on wheels, so you can move it and you can lock the wheels.
Do you guys have like a blueprint or plans we could get a
No,
glance at?
you know what? I used to draw plans, and I somehow got burned out on that. So if someone would take this, or I could work with someone, and they could come up with draw some plans for it, that would be great.
Yeah, people can just copy it, just measure it, bring a tape and copy it.
Yeah, someone can measure it and get these plans out there, because it'd be great to get these out. Like I said, I think it's a pretty good design.
And these are both basically mobile. You got like
Yes,
cast.
and you got handles.
Yeah, the idea is that somebody tells the kids they got to move along. No problem. They can move along.
Yeah, and everything's already packed.
Already
ready to go.
packed.
Ready to go.
Storage, safety features.
I think that's about it. I will say that the roof, the whole floating roof thing.
Yeah, I think it goes the other way.
I think I may have just measured this wrong. Got these on the wrong side.
Yeah,
we'll
that's
have to
what
figure
the
that one
shims are
out.
for.
But the roof will have that tarp, and it's stretched on this frame, so it's very lightweight. And this gets bolted down to these tapered pieces. It allows air movement underneath here, so it definitely keeps it cool when the weather's hot. It's a reflective tarp.
Right, because you're going to have this airspace in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's it.
So what's the best source for materials?
Oh,
A rich uncle?
yeah. This is about $250.
Where's
all
the
materials.
Where's the materials
For the materials. The labor's free. We're volunteering.
so far? Yeah.
He's
So
a master carpenter, so that is yeah, the labor's free.
Yeah,
You get
yeah.
a master
But
carpenter.
it's a lot of work.
That makes a big
Many-
difference.
Big time.
Many hours that go into this, more than I imagine. Oh, you're asking about the materials.
Yeah, where you obtaining materials?
This is just
from
from
this point?
one of the big box stores.
Okay.
And they're all about the same price for the framing materials. Now the hardware,
Stainless steel.
those are stainless steel.
More expensive.
All
piano
fittings.
hinges? And those are expensive. That's good part of the cost is these are $22 a piece. The wheels are $8 a piece. The lock is $5 or $6. So that adds a great deal to the cost right there. And these I've been getting online. These are from a boat outfit place, and wheels are I can't remember. It's a place that specializes in casters, and they had the best price for the highest quality. You can get the ones at Home Depot and Lowe's and stuff like that, but they're like a hard plastic and they break easily.
But now, if you notice those wheels too, they're gonna get in some of the streets here are so bad, and the sidewalks are so bad.
Yeah.
That literally, you won't be able to go down. Nothing you can do about it. You need like big old.
Yeah, you need, and those are really expensive.
Yeah, they're too expensive for
So
right now, unless
that'd be half the cost of the thing is in the tires.
unless we get a.
So it would be nice to have the bigger top
Yeah,
tires on.
Fumatic wheels of a good quality,
Yeah.
but the ones that we looked at weren't all that great. Some of them went flat, just out of the box.
Yeah, flat. Yeah, the ones that you get at Home Depot,
Yeah, they're not.
very well made.
Yeah, we need like agricultural grade for that, and
Yeah.
that's a lot more
Maybe
money.
from Granger or something like that, some industrial supply place.
Yeah, maybe.
So in Sacramento now, do we have anybody who knows how to like put the wheels on the bottom?
Yeah, we could put the wheels on the bottom. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's what we're doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, but this guy's leaving town pretty soon here.
Yeah,
I'm wondering
that's
about
right.
our-
I would like a crew.
Our local, yeah.
That's where you're in the picture, the cameraman. Les Light over here is hereby. If you
Right,
would like
right.
to, would you
Yes.
like to collaborate with the engineer?
A selfie
Okay.
there. Yes. Turn that camera.
Yeah, turn
around.
the
Yeah.
camera around so we know who to
Well,
blame.
tell you what. Why don't you show us? Maybe could you show us
Hey,
like
can I
some
show?
of, like,
Can I hold the camera for a
basics of-
minute?
Sure.
I want to make sure that people know. Okay, so this is Les Light, and he acts like he doesn't know anything, but he's hella skilled.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, basically, you gotta figure out how to
like,
open the door.
One of the things I'm looking at is you gotta know what you're doing to put like a lock in like that.
Yes, you do.
Do we have anybody at this point in town?
Yeah, we could do that, yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, me and you could do that, yeah, that's no problem.
Okay.
Copy the one he did,
But you
exactly.
realize that that is 2 holes bored with a Forstner bit. So
Two holes.
2 holes.
With
so
a Forstner bit.
One through this, because this is designed for an inch thick door, this lock, and this is an inch and almost 3/16 or an inch and a quarter. So it's counterbored with this hole, and then bored with the 1-inch hole after you counterboard with this larger one.
Particle board. What do you guys call this?
Oriented strand board, OSB.
OSB.
Okay.
So these are big wood chips that are put together under pressure. So
When
it's,
I look at it, I figure this is the part where people have to know what they're doing.
Yeah. A lot of it's like that.
yeah, the whole thing. Yeah, just cutting a piece of wood.
What stands out to me is
So
that's
you want
like,
someone who's
usually that's the kind of thing you get a locksmith for.
Yeah.
right. So I'm
The
a
part
finished
that's rocket
carpenter,
science, we've got Jack Parsons.
and I do a lot of work and finish up houses and do a lot of hardware and finish details. And so this is like, even with that being said, I come across stuff that's like, oh, I didn't anticipate that. Oh, look at that. One of the things over here is
This looks like a fairly easy mass-produced design that you can just
right.
once.
I cut all the parts all at the same time.
Right. So
You know, so I could.
everything should be more or less interchangeable.
Yes, they are. Yeah, exactly. Everything's the same size. Somehow we started with that one separate, and so somehow that roof structure doesn't fit. So, but that's the only one that's different. The other 4 are all the same exactly. Now here's something I didn't anticipate is, and I should have with my carpentry experience, is that you got dissimilar materials. You got the OSB, oriented strand board, and you got the pine. Well, they expand and contract at different rates, so this whole thing warped quite a bit.
Yeah, when you
Every
sit down.
Every panel warped the same exact way.
Okay, so how do you adjust for that?
So I made a clamp. That's what this is. This is a clamp, and I got these wedges in here. You drive the wedges.
The structure itself.
No, this is temporary.
Okay.
So to put this,
Same on that side.
same on that side, to put this panel on the front panel, you want to straighten out the top first, because if you don't, it's not going to come out right.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is the kind of thing you really need to get
That's why you're here.
down before.
That's why you're here.
Yeah, so that's what this is about. So I put a straight edge across here to make sure that this is straight before I go forward. These 2 panels, they're the first things that go on. You know what you, and then I put these guys on at the top. This space here wants to be 1/4 inch, 5/16. Don't make it any less because that's my
That's your
ventilation.
Window and ventilation.
My
Yeah.
ventilation, and it changes
You gotta have it
dramatically.
there. Yeah.
Actually, if you change that's the size of that port. So, and everything is glued together with construction adhesive, just to let you know.
Go ahead, have a look at your construction adhesive. What kind of material are you using for that?
What is that? It's
You
PL.
got some here?
Yeah, I think I actually have a tube that I was going to throw out.
Probably different kind to use, but
You know what?
an example would be good.
I actually used.
The $5 tube stuff is the stuff. We got to keep the cost down, you know.
I was trying to.
Oh, we had some in here.
You want to make sure it works also.
That's right. And so my first attempt was using the water-based glue, and it did not hold up at all. I mean, it's like nothing.
When they get stamped, that's going to be a problem, right?
Yeah. So that's the stuff. So that's about $5-6 a tube. So
Okay, so it's Loctite,
So
PL.
that's
premium.
not
Okay.
caulking, that's adhesive.
yes,
adhesive.
that's
Okay, so
it's
that
really
one's
messy
$5.
stuff. So when you're messing with it, you might want to have some paint thinner on hand and some rags to.
Don't get it on your beard.
You apply that with a caulking gun?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Cool, so this should probably be the end of the video here for us.
I
So I
don't know
hit
about
that.
that.
Well, there we go. So make sure it's off. Or whatever I did.
I don't know,
wanna waste up
I
all
might
your-
want to have more.
For our purposes, we need one editing showing this. So if we get lost, oh, what did Chris do? And then we can see, you know.
Okay. So what are you cutting? What are you cutting the frame stuff with? What are you cutting the?
All that stuff is going to be is already set up for you. It's all the parts are already here. They're already all the parts are here. They're cut to length, cut to size. All you need to do is copy that design of the one that's completed, and the only thing that's different is maybe the roof structure is a little bit off. I might have made some kind of mistake on that one. I think I did.
How would you adjust for that?
Just with the tapered pieces. Let's see. Where are the tapered pieces? Well, the tapered pieces are buried in there. But these tapered pieces, you'll just set them.
Set some new ones on.
On these ones, you'll just set them in place where these pieces are.
Okay.
You know,
were you planning to put another one here?
No,
or
it doesn't
is
need
it
it.
supported by these two?
It's just supported by those two.
Okay.
So, you know, you'll have one here and here. And you'll see that the high side, the upside is on the side with the lock. That's pretty important. It gives you just a little extra head clearance to get in and out.
That's nice, yes.
And I had designed this too with a little bit more of an overhang in front. So it comes out a little
can go that way.
Yeah.
So if you put these, you could put a trench in the middle for drainage if we have a wet winter. We get them all oriented. Yeah. That might even be a way of collecting water.
A trench where?
If you had like several of these, depending on what your drainage is, you could put them so all the water. You could make a drainage canal in the middle.
You mean like on the
ground?
On the grounds of like City Hall, right? Right.
Yeah, right on the grounds of City Hall.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, we just cut right there, man.
Right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's going to be some fruit trees growing there anyway, so we
Right,
want to
yeah.
get the water in the soil.
It's instead of a sterile environment where it's just lawn and it's
just
lawn and
overwatered
concrete,
lawn.
It'll actually be people living and
Picking fruit.
picking fruit and vegetables.